EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Ritter looking to put it up right away. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Still 15 yards to go. Second down. They'll run. Here's the rookie out of Clemson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. This defense for the Vikings, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Let's go now.
Ritter will set up to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Minor. And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. Going play action. Ritter. Rolling to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. The Steelers at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Ritter. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds. Back at their 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now McCarthy. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Here's McCarthy. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
The Vikings send out their punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
18, Rattler, 18, Rattler. Hurt. Go, Rick, go. Hurt.
Up the middle they go. Minor, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. They're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
Check smash. Shut up.
They'll keep it on the ground. Minor, and he will have a Steelers first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it. But it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much.
Here we go. Cougar 19. 70 Lion. Ready?
They'll run on first down. Minor. Down to about the 22 here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
From the gun on 3rd down. Grubbs. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Boswell's kick is good, and the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead.
Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. Now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Looking to throw McCarthy. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2nd and a couple. To the air with McCarthy.
Escaping the pressure right.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Throwing again, McCarthy. He lets one go deep for Addison.
This is intercepted.
Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll keep it on the ground. Minor. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Here's Daniel Whelan now.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
Flushed out right.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Throwing is McCarthy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
I tell you what, 3rd and 10, you look over, and you've got that punt team getting loose on the sideline. So that puts added importance on this play. You certainly don't want to see them on the field. And after a couple of incompletions, 3rd time's the charm as they get the hook up here and pick up the 1st down.
From the shotgun, McCarthy finds his man. There's Jordan Addison.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Sticking with a pass. Here's McCarthy. That's complete to Chandler on the check down.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Back to throw again. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Hockenson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to...
It's caught inside the 25. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 57 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
60 Eagle, 60 Eagle.
Now a handoff up the middle. Minor. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
From the 9, 2nd and 5.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Pushing and finding his way in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have retaken the lead. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
Up the middle to Davis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
He's got his target. That's complete. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 37 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Second and 10.
19 Lions.
McCarthy operating from the gun.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
To the air again, McCarthy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown. Jordan Addison.
A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Vikings have taken the lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Grubbs. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command. Not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Still going inside the 20.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick 6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football. He's got a man, complete.
Down to the 10.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Tyquan Thornton.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Steelers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Boswell good with the extra point. And it's now 21-17. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Steelers are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Well, this had trouble written all over it from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Grubbs. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Here we go, set. Ready.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught at the 25.
And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block and you've got to go to the right point, that didn't happen, ran into the kicker, the penalty flag had to come out.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. That one complete to Naylor.
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Set up. Alert. Alert. Set up.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Now a give, right side. Minor, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Let's face it, when you have a guy who can pick up those types of runs and keep the chains moving or stay ahead of the chains, you're making everyone else on offense happy because you're opening things up to allow for a whole lot of different play calls.
Let's go. Half the 60. Half the 60. Ready?
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Stokes. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Ready? Go.
Back to throw. Grubbs.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now before this second down play, we'll get with And a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long.
From the gun on 3rd down. McCarthy.
That is caught. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
McCarthy going to throw again.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again. His throw incomplete.
Well, he's been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. Third down from the gun, McCarthy.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Going for it. Here's McCarthy.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now a give right side. minor. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was. And now it's 3rd down.
70 range, 70 range. Hut, hut.
Off the play fake. Grubbs. It's caught inside the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Tyquan Thornton. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Steelers add 6 to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. Now McCarthy. This one brought in by Jefferson. And Jefferson's going to have the Vikings 1st down up to the 47-yard line. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Inside give to Davis.
It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Here's McCarthy.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. The Vikings on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 19.
Looking to throw McCarthy. He's got his man. That's Naylor.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again. They have their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. To the air with McCarthy.
And his throw is incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Throwing again, McCarthy. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Steelers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
He's got room past the 30.
And all the way up to the 33-yard line. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. Back to throw. Grubbs. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Off play action. Grubbs.
And he gets this to Thornton.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 41-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Now this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Downfield and caught by Thornton.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's good for 28 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. They'll run. This is Jordan Mason.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Looking to throw. Grubbs.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal.
Let's go now.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Cougar 19. Trap 60. Trap 60. Take
Ball rests on the 7-yard line, 3rd and goal.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
This is 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Throwing is McCarthy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. That's to the left side where he's got Naylor.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
18 left. Head to the left. 19 Lions.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Sticking with the pass, here's McCarthy. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
A little bit of finger pointing and heavy discussion going on in the defensive backfield. It's man coverage, but they leave a guy wide open. They've got to be counting their lucky stars that this ball was overthrown.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
T.J. Hockenson.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Vikings have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. And they just about had to get that recovery to have any chance. They only have 1 timeout. You look at the clock. And let's do the math here, Charles. This one's pretty much over.
Yeah, we do have a chart here, don't we, that tells us about the timeouts.
You do. I'm not as smart as you.
And in looking at it, you're exactly right. Chart's not going to help them here at all. They're pretty much done at this stage. They had to have that recovery.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Let go. Set go.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Let's go.
Here's 3rd and 10.
Check smash. Check smash. Hut, hut.
They'll keep it on the ground. Minor. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
Well, that situation, Charles, where it's too long for the field goal. Why not take a chance on 4th down? And, boy, does it pay off handsomely.
And living with a lot of second guessing goes with the job description when you're the head coach. And most guys nowadays, they understand and study analytics. They have someone on staff that walks them through it and then talks in their ear on game day. So they're a lot more comfortable rolling the dice and going for it.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Here's 1st and 10. McCarthy operating from the gun. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for Pittsburgh, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.